Welcome back, guys, to the channel. I'm Jake Ellenbogen. We are going to be doing our first trailer reaction, and we're going to be doing it for the What If series, the Marvel What If series that will be showcased August 11th on Disney+. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe if you do like the channel. Also, drop a like and drop a comment. I need all the help I can get on these MCU videos because they just seemingly don't do as well as my other videos. Not going to stop, though. So we're going to get into it. This was a cool trailer. I'm really excited for this. Look, it is an animated TV series. And I know a lot of people are asking, why is it animated? I know a lot of people were asking for it to be live action. But when you figure out just how many people come in to do this, to do all of this, this voice acting, and how much it would cost. I mean, the Loki TV series that's not even finished yet costs so much to make. You're pretty much, the possibilities are endless if they just go with animation with this What If series. However, if they were to try to make this live action, it would cost you a pretty penny, and that's why that they decided not to. It doesn't matter though, because I'm not always the biggest fan of animated, but I trust Disney Plus and I definitely trust Marvel. And before we get into it, I just gotta say, this is a great idea. This is an idea that felt like there was more to it than just a what if scenario, like for fun type of show. It does seem like it'll have some sort of canonical value because of the multiverse, because of what's going on with Loki, because of what's going on with Multiverse of Madness, potentially Spider-Man No Way Home. So let's just dive right in. In the trailer, we start off Iron Man, who's, by the way, not being voiced by Tony Stark, who's the actual Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., clearly. I don't know who it is, but it's not Robert Downey Jr., or if it is, it's a weird voice, and I've never heard it before. But the beginning is essentially Iron Man 1. Tony is not captured. He's in the Humvee. The Humvee blows up, or, he gets shot out of the Humvee, and he's saved by Killmonger, Eric Killmonger, who is the antagonist of Black Panther. Killmonger in this alternate universe is good, and so essentially it's the what if Killmonger saved Tony Stark, and does Tony Stark still become Iron Man and all of that. So that's a really interesting dynamic, and I love that. Cannot wait for that episode. And that is Michael B. Jordan coming back to voice act Killmonger. He is still on the payroll, and we will see if they opt to go that route in Black Panther 2. I think they should, but we'll see. Moving on though, T'Challa. So Killmonger is Black Panther, so T'Challa is actually Star-Lord. So it's the what if T'Challa, not Peter Quill, becomes Star-Lord. This is cool because you get to see, obviously this is a huge moment. We didn't get a proper goodbye with Chadwick Boseman before he passed away unexpectedly, but this is his last hurrah. This was his last role, so I'm really looking forward to this. He had a bigger opportunity here to kind of go out of character a little bit. He still has his voice, but he doesn't have that kind of royalty. He's a Ravager, just like Peter Quill was, because he's being taught by Yondu, who becomes his adopted father. So that is a really interesting dynamic there. Peggy Carter, which is said to be the first episode of the series. She's said to lead this multiverse Avengers faction. And Peggy Carter, it's the what if Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum and Steve Rogers didn't and just stayed as skinny Steve. Well, she becomes Captain Britain, also known as Captain Carter, and she takes his place. And it's very interesting. She fights the Nazis, all sorts of stuff. She is going to be the main character from what it sounds like, but it's going to be 10 episodes, and they're going to focus on other movies. It's not just going to be Captain America. It's not just going to be Iron Man. It could be Endgame. It could be Infinity War. It's all what ifs. And I think this trailer did a great job of that. Moving on, Dark Doctor Strange. I'm assuming he's lost a loved one, which I'm assuming would be Christine. And he's going to try to use dark magic to bring her back, and everything's just going to go haywire and go wrong, and it's just going to backfire. And so that's a Dark Doctor Strange. I don't know too much about it. Plus, just getting off a 2.5 minute trailer, we do the best we can, but obviously you don't know everything. Then of course after that you have the Multiverse Avengers. You have Killmonger as Black Panther. You have Gamora, which is really interesting because Gamora looks like she's wearing Thanos' armor and Thanos' double-edged sword that you can see in Endgame. So that's really crazy there. You have T'Challa as Star-Lord. You have Party Thor. That's what I've been told he is. I'm honestly kind of confused with that. I think that's probably, I don't really know what that is, but anyway, we move on. You'll see Vision in this trailer, and Vision, to me, it doesn't sound like Paul Bettany, so I'm going to assume it's not Paul Bettany for whatever reason. Maybe it's not even that Vision. Maybe someone else becomes Vision, what have you. Loki is with the Asgardian, basically his whole army. He brings the Asgardian army to fight S.H.I.E.L.D., take them on, and of course he wins. He's trying to conquer Earth. Howard the Duck is shown for some reason. Never really cared for him, so I'm not going to elaborate too much into him. Dora Milaje, they're shown with Pepper Potts and Shuri defending Wakanda and fighting alongside Killmonger, which is pretty cool. You have Ultron trying to take over the universe, so it appears that the main antagonists are Loki and Ultron, from what we can gather. So pretty much the same thing. Probably something, there's probably a huge spin, what have you. Then you have older Peter Parker as Spider-Man. He's also seen wearing the cloak from Doctor Strange, so we will see with that. We see zombie Avengers. I don't know too much about that. I'm assuming something had to lead to that, so maybe the snap went wrong or something like that, but either way, that's in there. Ego the Living Planet shows up. Drax with T'Challa as Star-Lord, and then finally we get Vision ripping out the Mind Stone out of his own head. We get a bunch of glass shards breaking, and the Watcher narrating essentially this whole thing during the trailer and saying that the possibilities are endless. So to me, if the possibilities are endless, this really makes me wonder if this is all about the variants that we're seeing in Loki. This makes me wonder if this is all about the multiverse. And I can't help but think, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, I think this is 100% canon. I think this is going to be canon based on the multiverse, so it's not going to have huge implications, but it will show you that in an alternate universe, which actually exists, this is what's happening. So there are going to be different things that they throw. I cannot wait for this. I think this is going to be really cool. It was a really cool idea when presented and not really shown anything. They didn't really show us anything, but when they explained what if could be, I thought instantly that was a great idea, and I was all for it. So that is it for that trailer. All in all, I think this is going to be a great series. Will it be their best? Probably not, because Loki, is out of this world. But if it is like Into the Spider-Verse, I won't be surprised. Into the Spider-Verse had a similar style of, as far as what they've done with animation, had a similar style, and I think that style's catching on, and I would not be surprised if this ends up being that good, because I know Into the Spider-Verse was liked by the majority of comic book fans and MCU fans and Spider-Man fans alike. So we will see with this. I have really high hopes. I can't imagine they'll screw this up. I mean, they have infinite possibilities. To me, the only way they can screw this up is if it gets really corny, but it doesn't seem like it's going to. I think the Party Thor thing is a little weird, but I'm sure that'll work out. I want to see more of, guys like Ant-Man. I want to see more of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'd like to see a what if Winter Soldier didn't kill Tony Stark's parents. I would be very interested in that. What if Tony grew up with his father? What would happen? Would his father become Iron Man? Like, all sorts of stuff. And I would also like to see a what if Harry Osborn became Spider-Man, was bit by the spider. And there's so many other ones that come to mind. But guys, let me know below, what if scenario do you want to see in this? Maybe something that wasn't confirmed. There's 10 episodes. What is your dream what if scenario? Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like if you like this video and subscribe for more MCU content. You guys take care. I'll talk to you guys soon.